So friends, today I am going to explain a very good proper horror witch movie released recently, whose name is Salem Witch Doll movie. Is very interesting. It has a lot of good twists. You will enjoy watching it. So the story begins where we see a boy Adam who was looking for his uncle Paul. Then we see that a shadow passes by him, to which he does not pay much attention. After which he goes to look for his uncle Paul in the cabin, but his uncle is not in the cabin. Then he sees a cloth there, on removing which he finds a doll, i.e. a wooden doll. Then someone comes from behind and attacks him. After which the scene shifts to the next day, where we see a college dropout named Sarah, who had come to meet her father Paul at his house. And here Sarah's mother is no longer alive, and she had died at this place. Well, today was Sarah's grandfather Paul's birthday, where his whole family was going to reunite today. Now Sarah was going to meet her father after a long time, and here we come to know that Sarah always used to have dreams of her late mother, and she still misses her mother. And these dreams that used to be like reality, that is, they did not seem like dreams to her. Now Sarah is outside her house when she meets her cousins Jamie and Kieran there, and they had come to call her. Here, Jamie had also brought her boyfriend Ian, who was useless. He was just busy with his phone. And if we talk about the initial M, then he was actually the brother of Jamie and Kieran, and they did not know anything about him yet. Well, very soon, Sarah's father was going to come here. Now, after going inside, Sarah also meets Jamie and Kieran's mother, who is actually her aunt, whose name is Victoria. And one thing here is that Sarah did not like her relatives at all, except her cousins. Well, after this, Sarah also meets Victoria's husband and her uncle Min. Here, she does not like her uncle at all because her uncle has a dirty eye on her. Well, after this, Sarah now meets her father Paul, and she also wishes him a happy birthday. But here, there was a little distance between these two, after which we see Ariel, who is actually Sarah's father's girlfriend. That is, after the death of his wife, he had made a girlfriend, whom obviously Sarah could not accept as her mother. Anyways, here Ariel starts explaining to Sarah about some responsibilities, but Sarah did not like it because she did not want anyone to try to become her mother, and so she comes out. Well, after coming out, Jimmy comes to call her after a while because lunch was ready. Everyone sits down to have lunch and everything becomes calm. But then Uncle Martin starts speaking, and here Min starts quarrelling like a quarrelsome aunt, but Sarah does not say anything in all this. And today, also Martin had to quarrel. Well, here Ian was just using the phone, and he did not care about all this. Then Jamie snatches the phone from him, which means he was getting angry. Well, now here Min keeps speaking, and in the meantime he says nonsense about Sarah's mother, and Sarah cannot tolerate this. She asks him to shut up. Due to which Sarah's father Paul has to handle the situation, and he tells everyone that he and Ariel are going to get married soon because Ariel had proposed to her today, i.e. for marriage, and she has said yes to him. Everyone was happy to hear this except Sarah, who got up and left from there after hearing this. She was shocked. She did not expect that her father was going to give her mother's place to someone else. Well, after a while, Paul comes to meet Sarah and asks if she's okay. So here he tells that he is actually very happy with his girlfriend Ariel. Then Sarah says that she is also very happy for them. She was just a little upset because she remembered her mother. But here we notice that he did not seem happy with his actions. Now Sarah asks her father if Ariel really proposed to him, to which her father says yes, and he also shows her his ring, which Ariel gave her when proposing, and that ring was actually given to Ariel by Victoria. Well, Sarah is now sleeping at night when her eyes open and she sees her father. Her father goes to the tools cabin where a lot of tools were kept, and Sarah sees a green light coming from there. At the same time, her father was hammering something with a hammer there. Sarah now sees all this, and then her father starts coming out, and Sarah got scared seeing all this, but then her stepmom, Ariel, comes there, who asks Sarah what she is doing there. On which Sarah starts telling her that her father was there, but shockingly, no one is there. Then Ariel asks her if she would like to drink tea, but Sarah refuses and goes inside. After this, we see Sarah, who sees her mother, and she goes to her mother, but then she finds herself tied to a tree where there was also a body of a boy, and then a man comes there who attacks Sarah with a dagger. But all this was actually a dream of Sarah, due to which she goes to sleep again. Well, then she sees a scary doll made of wood in front of her. She gets scared seeing this, but this was also her dream. After which Sarah, Jimmy, Ian and Kieran go for a walk outside. But before leaving, Min stops Sarah. Martin apologizes to her for last night, and meanwhile he was trying to make a move on her, but Sarah says bar to him and leaves. Anyway, Sarah and Jimmy are together and Ian and Kieran are together. Anyway, Jamie here apologizes to Sarah for her father's behavior, after which she asks her how she feels for her father, to which Sarah says that she is happy for her father, at least one of them should be happy. Meanwhile, Kieran comes there and Kieran had come alone. He had left Ian behind because he wanted to smoke. Seeing this, Jamie asks her if she is crazy, and meanwhile she goes to find Ian. Then we see Ian, who was walking comfortably with earbuds in his ears. His full attention is on the phone, and then someone comes and attacks him from behind with a hammer. Here Jamie is searching for him, but he is not found anywhere. He finds his brother Kieran, seeing whom Jamie starts scolding him. And this is because all this happened due to her carelessness. Here both of them start fighting with each other. Anyways, then we notice Sarah, who was seeing some strange things, and she sees her father, who had a hammer in his hands. There was a noose at the same place, and along with that she sees that her mother was also dancing there. Now, seeing all this, she starts running ahead, and going ahead, she sees Ian's dead body. Seeing this, she screams. Hearing her voice, Jamie and Kieran come there and take care of her, and she tells them that Ian is here, but there was no one there. After this, she is brought home where she was sitting on the rant that she saw Ian's dead body. But then Ariel says that she has already talked to Ian and he had just gone to his town for some work, which is very urgent. But how could this happen? How did he go suddenly? And we ourselves saw Ian, who was hit from behind by someone. But now it is obvious that who would believe Sarah? I mean, who would believe dreams or visions when Ariel has already talked to her? And even if they had not talked here, no one can call Ariel a liar. Then Sarah tries to tell everyone that she had seen Ian, who was covered in blood and needed help. And all that was absolutely real, but then Ariel makes her listen to his voice message. But despite that, Sarah remains adamant on her words. But everyone proves her wrong, and Sarah gets angry on hearing this. She tells them that she will leave from here anyway, no one has any value for her. And saying this, she leaves from there so that she can pack her bag and stay in the hotel room. But then her father comes there and stops her to not leave from here. He explains to her about all this, that he loves Ariel a lot, and he cannot doubt her. And in such a situation, it is not right to do all this. And he loves her a lot, and he also loves his daughter a lot. Hearing his words, Sarah stops, after which both of them sit and start talking, in which both of them were remembering the things of old days. Here the father tells Sarah that they will go fishing tomorrow, that too at the lakeside. But Sarah says that she does not like fishing, and then her father says that Sarah likes it. After this, Sarah feels strange about her father's words, and so she gets up from there, that is, her father seemed quite changed. Well, now she starts calling Ian from the telephone, but she gets Ian's voice message on the telephone. That is, the message that Ariel told her was already recorded in the telephone, and now her doubt increases even more. That is, something was wrong here. Now she goes upstairs calling Ian, but his call is not received. Then she sees a red light coming in the room upstairs and starts checking inside it. But then Ariel comes from behind her. Now Ariel tells her not to go inside and tells that if she was in her place, she would not go inside because it is dark inside. Here Sarah tells Ariel that she knows what is going on and she has done something wrong with Ian, and she will prove this. Now, after saying this, she goes down and tells Jamie everything, that she does not think that Ian did not call her before leaving and did not tell her anything. In fact, she had not received any call from him till now, and she has not seen Adam here yet. So don't she think that something is wrong here? Here Sarah also goes to call the police. She goes upstairs to the room to call the police, but Martin comes there, due to which Sarah's phone fell on the ground. Now here he starts laughing at Sarah, and his intentions were not right at all. He starts forcing her, but Sarah starts making him leave her. Then Kieran sees a green light burning in that shed and goes inside it. And the same green light was seen by Sarah here too, where she finds Ian's dead body. Yes, and he starts screaming. Then on the other side, Sarah starts moving away from Min. And in the meantime, Min's foot falls on Sarah's phone, and he slips and falls. But what happens is that Min gets killed because of slipping, and everyone comes there, and all the blame of Sarah was put on Sarah. Everyone thought that she must have killed Ian too. Well, then Kieran also comes there, but after seeing his father, he is unable to tell him anything. Meanwhile, that wooden doll comes behind Sarah. That is, the same wooden doll that pulls her to another room. And seeing all this, Kieran starts running, and Jamie, Ariel and Paul also run behind him. And here Victoria also goes to see her, but Sarah is alive. Then that wooden doll catches Victoria and kills her by breaking her neck, after which Sarah starts running from there. On the other hand, Jamie stops Kieran that they have to save Sarah, but Kieran does not stop. But then that wooden doll catches both of them too. When Jamie opens his eyes, he finds himself tied to a tree, and Kieran was tied to a noose right in front of him. Well, then that wooden doll comes there and hangs her in front of Jamie. Here, Sarah was leaving from there when Ariel comes in front of her, and Sarah suspected Ariel, but Ariel asks her to leave with her. But then Victoria stabs her from behind and kills her and friends. Now the real cards of this movie are revealed here. It is revealed that actually Victoria was behind all this, and not only this, her father Paul was also involved in this. Yes, that is Sarah's father. Here Victoria says that she was waiting for this moment for years. So Victoria is actually a witch. Yes. After this, Victoria orders Paul to pick up her daughter, and Paul starts doing the same, which was a very weird thing. Now, they bring her to a place where that doll catches Sarah. Here, Victoria shockingly kills her daughter Jamie. Yes, she was actually doing a ritual, but why was she doing all this? Actually, this witch Victoria is taking revenge for an incident that happened many years ago, where Sarah's family killed her children. But all this happened in her previous life. But the witch here was alive for hundreds of years, and she kept waiting for this moment. Then one day she married her murderer's brother, i.e. Martin, and she was doing this ritual so that after sacrificing them, she could get her children back. Here she did not consider her daughter as her own, she only wanted her previous children. Well, in the meantime, what happens is that Sarah escapes from there and hides. Then Paul goes out to find her and Paul catches her. But it was the ring on Paul's hand that was keeping Paul under control. Sarah now somehow removes that ring, and now you must have understood why Victoria gave that ring to Ariel, so that Ariel proposes to her. And it is also possible that Victoria might have hypnotized Ariel, due to which she proposed to Paul and made him wear that ring. Basically, Victoria got her way so that Paul would come in her clutches. Well, as soon as the ring comes off, Paul becomes normal, and you must have understood one more thing, that why Paul did not remember that his daughter Sarah did not like fishing, because he was under Victoria's spell here. Anyways, Paul and he start to leave from there, but Jamie was still alive, and so Sarah wanted to help her, so both of them go there, but Paul pretends to catch Sarah and takes her in front of Victoria. He pretends as if he was still under his control, but it is not so. Now Victoria understands everything after not finding that ring in Paul's hands, and as soon as Paul moves forward to attack him, she stops Paul. Now here, Sarah's mother tells her that she is also actually a witch, whose age increases slowly, but she is not invincible. Rather, she can also die. She tells that Victoria had a daughter, and that daughter was killed by a man, and that man was none other than Paulie in his previous life. And here Victoria wants her daughter, so she is making all these sacrifices. And she is making sacrifices for them too, because it was because of them that her daughter was taken away from her. Now suddenly Sarah regains consciousness, and she was holding that wooden doll when Sarah's father steps on him from behind, due to which he falls. That means that the doll here fell, and Victoria also becomes weak because of it, because she was attached to it. Now here there is another wooden doll which is attacking them, but Jamie gets up and attacks it, after which all three of them together leave from there. And we know what must have happened to M too. He was also killed, and here now it is morning, where Jamie's condition is bad, but they will get him treated by taking him to the hospital. Paul also thanks his daughter for all this, and now you must have understood what happened here in the beginning. Pa was in Victoria's trap from the beginning, that is, he was deceived. And the reason for this was nothing but the ring, due to which maybe this wooden doll, Victoria and Paul together, indirectly killed M here. But maybe more people were needed for the ritual, but it could not be completed. And I believe that Victoria will come here again, and will definitely keep coming to kill them in every next birth. But here we have come to know that Sarah also had witch blood running in her veins, due to which now she will save her family. And with this movie ends here. So friends, this was the story of the Salem Witch Doll movie. I hope you liked it. There used to be a witch named Victoria, whose children were killed by Pa and his family, and she was taking revenge for this thing from people till the next birth. That is, even from Paul's reincarnation. Now, obviously, P did not remember all these things, and she was doing a ritual by killing all of them, i.e., by killing her family, due to which she could bring back her original children. Here she even tried to kill her own children who were born to her with Min. Poor Ian was killed without any reason. M was also killed here, who must have been killed by none other than Victoria and Adam together in the beginning. And Paul did not even remember all this because he had come under the illusion of the ring. I think Victoria must have hypnotized Ariel too, due to which she proposed to P and made him wear that ring by deceit. Now here a very big thing is revealed, that the mother of Sarah was also a witch, so I believe that somewhere in her also the witch's blood was running. That's why it was not easy to kill him here, and now you must have also understood why he used to get those visions, etc. So, friends, I hope you liked this movie. If you liked it, then like the video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe. If you have any doubts, then you can ask in the comments section. And I have recently explained the movie Year 10, which is a survival thriller horror movie. If you have not seen it, go and watch it. You will get its link in the comments section below. So I will meet you all with the next video. Until then.